everyone, of course, obsessed as we have to be with COVID and what we're all dealing with COVID. And everyone's constantly trying to figure out, oh, my God, my throat hurts. Could I possibly? You actually, one of the main symptoms for COVID that everyone knows is not having a sense of smell.
Yeah.
You have never had a sense of smell. Is that right?
That is true. Yeah.
You were born without a sense of smell. As
far as I know, because I don't remember ever being able to smell. So I think it was congenital, although something may have happened. So I wasn't like a very, I didn't fall and hit my head a lot. Like I wasn't like a fearless kid, like kids that, climb up things. I mean, I did break an arm, but I don't remember having a head injury. So as far as I know, I've never had it. And, and now here it is being a thing. So when I even mention it to people that don't know me or something, I'm like, oh, I can't smell. Like it'll just come up. They're like, oh, are you worried? It's like, oh no, I've never been able to smell.
Right.
And people are kind of like, oh, never mind. But it is a question of like, wait, how? Then you get the questions, well, can you taste? And it's like, no, but I don't have nuance. There's so many little subtleties that I've learned as I've gotten older. And I didn't even realize it all growing up because as a kid, the only thing you really pay attention to what smells is like, something like pizza or cookies or farts, but then at some point when I was doing Second City and I was in the touring company, so we're in like a 9-passenger bus or van and we're traveling around, going from Chicago to like Ohio State or something. And you pass through there were two things. I remember going past like some field or farm and everybody was like, roll up the windows because it smelled like cow shit or something. And then once those windows were up, I remember there being another moment where people were like, oh, Sudeikis, do you have your shoes off? I was like, yeah. I was like laying down in the back seat. They're like, will you put them on, please? I didn't realize I had the stinkiest feet on earth. And that
you
kind of stayed. Had no idea. And it stayed with me my first couple of years at SNL. At some point, it kind of like went away. I don't know how or what. I didn't necessarily address it in a, meaningful way, but it kind of disappeared. But early on, Tom and Eric over at SNL, they would put my sneakers in a Tupperware. Because in a Tupperware. Like and again, I had no idea, and it was super duper embarrassing, but they found a way to make it less embarrassing for me, and more importantly, to make it more tolerable for them. Yeah. And then I've got nothing. I had no idea.
It's toxic waste,
Yeah. Oh, 100%. But like my little girl, Daisy, she just last week realized it. Otis found this out ages ago, but she we have a couple olive trees like in our front yard. And she grabbed a bunch of the leaves and she was like smelling like that. And she goes, Daddy, smell. And I'm like, I can't smell. She goes, no, smell. And I go up and I go like that. And I go, yeah, nothing. And she's like, no, you gotta go like this. I'm like, no, honey, I am. And it was like, like a comedy routine. And she just like looking at me and doesn't get it. But to see your little kid be able to do something that you can't do and have a sense of like a memory of it is bizarre. I mean, I can't touch my toes either, but smell, you'd think I'd still be able to do.
It'll come back. I swear to God. It'll come back when you least expect it.
Yeah. But I mean, if you had to lose one sense out of your 5, which one would you lose? Which one would you choose?
I think my sense of justice.
Oh, okay. Well, we're getting there.
Then I could act with impunity all the time.
Hey, you can get to the highest heights that way. Yeah, shameless.
Apparently, it doesn't hold you back.